Welcome on in to another edition of Sports Memo Today, a $2 Tuesday edition, which you know over at sportsmemo.com means we got your $5 triple play coming your way, and we're going to have not one but two of the handicappers that you can take advantage of in that $5 special on the show with me today. Making her triumphant return, we're going to be talking to, at the top, Dionne D'Amico, the first lady of Vegas. You know, when we had Joe D'Amico on, we had to go out and get his better half for our next edition of the show here. And then closing it down for us, we got my man Rocky Atkinson. NASCAR season right around the corner, so he'll be capping that. But what he has for you today is two college basketball plays. So yes, the Super Bowl looms, but this isn't wall-to-wall Super Bowl coverage at Wager Talk and Sports Memo. We want that actionable info so you can build the bankroll. So come Super Bowl week, we can fire on props all week long. Welcome on in here. You get your actionable information in 30 minutes or less. I'm your host, Dan Alexander, and I'm happy to be here with you. Especially happy that I still have a little bit of a voice after screaming my head off at Lincoln Financial Field for my Philadelphia Eagles heading to said Super Bowl. We'll see how many of these cappers are fading my birds in the weeks coming up to the Super Bowl. But let's get right into it, not make you wait any longer. Welcoming on our first esteemed guest, Dionne D'Amico. As I mentioned, the better half of our friend Joe D'Amico. It's great to have you back on, Dionne. How's it been running since we talked to you last?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on today. I'm happy to be here with you guys and to share this panel with Rocky. So yeah, I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I've been doing great. I'm at top of the leaderboards in multiple sports, and I'm all set to go with the Super Bowl also.
You love to see it. Well, let's get right into it because your college basketball, like you mentioned, you head on over to the leaderboards there. Dionne has been seeing it well on the hardwood. So let's start with a little free play here. In the Duke and Wake Forest game, we're looking at the Blue Devils right around an 8-point favorite. Total sitting right around that 147. There's a couple discrepancies in the marketplace, but basically 147 across the board. How are you going to be betting this one? Side, total? How's Dionne D'Amico breaking it down?
All right, thank you. Guys, the Wake Forest Duke rivalry is usually a tough one to figure out as picking a side as an ATS winner. The last 10 meetings, they have each taken 5 games against the spread. However, one thing that isn't too difficult to figure out is the total. These two teams have played to 6 overs in the last 7 meetings. This includes a December matchup in which we saw this game go over the total by 10 points. Coming into this matchup, the Demon Deacons have played to 11 consecutive overs. And overall on the season, 16 overs in their 22 contests. Now, granted, overall, the Blue Devils have played to mostly unders this season, but looking closely at their schedule and outcomes, their defense started to sprung a leak come December. Since then, they have mostly played to overs. And facing Wake Forest's explosive offense, I feel they will once again give up a lot of points. Now, as I don't have an opinion on the side, I do think it's going to be a very competitive contest. The Blue Devils are looking for a little payback from that December loss and to also better their situation in the ACC, as they are just sitting in the middle of the pack at 6-4 in conference play. Wake Forest, is just behind them at 6-5 and need conference victories as well. The over has cashed in the Demon Deacons' last 5 on the road, their last 7 against teams with a winning percentage of 600, and 23 of their last 31 overall. Meanwhile, as far as the Blue Devils go, it has cashed in 20 of their last 28 versus teams with a straight-up winning record and 5 of the last 7 at home. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the over today.
Yeah, and when Dionne D'Amico speaks totals in college basketball, you better be listening because these college basketball totals have been very good to you. I believe perfect on the season thus far, correct?
They are. Yeah, they're perfect on the season. Right now, I don't release too many totals of the month, but this season they are a perfect 2-0.
You love to see it. A 5-star college basketball total of the month going tonight. You can grab it for just $2 over at Dionne's page on sportsmemo.com, or up the ante, add the extra $3 and grab Rock's play as well. We'll be talking to him in just a little bit, but let's get to the second game that you wanted to talk here tonight. It's 8 Eastern, the tip in this one, and it's the Battle of Kansas. Always a great game, looking forward to it because you know the atmosphere is going to be unreal regardless of what the rankings are, regardless what the line says. But what the line does say is the Jayhawks hosting the Wildcats, and seems like all the love in the marketplace has been going towards the home team. That's the Kansas Jayhawks. But I don't know, Dionne, when all the marketplace is going one way, does that mean we just got a little bit more value on the dog? How are you going to be betting this game?
Well, in this matchup, in one of the oldest and most heated rivalries in college basketball, the 7th-ranked Wildcats are looking to take their first regular season sweep over the 8th-ranked Jayhawks in years. Not since 1983, when the conference was known as the Big Eight, have they swept. They took the first meeting at home in overtime just 2 weeks ago, 83-82. With all due respect, Kansas is pretty tough at home, but this year's Jayhawk squad has begun to stumble a bit. Coming into tonight, they've lost 3 of their last 4 straight up and 5 of their last 6 against the spread. And for those of us who bet on games, Kansas State has been extremely bankable, covering 8 of their last 9 contests coming into this matchup. In my opinion, this is just way too many points to give a team that has covered 35 of their last 52 on the road, 10 of their last 11 against teams with a winning record, and their last 4 straight overall. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Wildcats in this one.
Looking towards the Wildcats in the Battle of Kansas. You love to see it. And again, you can grab that $2 Tuesday play. Dionne, when they head over to your page to cash in with your total of the month, what else are they going to find over there? You have anything else loaded for subscribers, or are we mainly just eyeing that $2 play for tonight?
For today, I have just the $2 play. As of this college basketball season, I haven't released too many totals of the month, but those right now are getting us bettors paid, going 100%. And this one tonight is by far one of my strongest ones yet. And that's why today I'm releasing it as my 5% play for $2 Tuesday. And that is the only game that I do have up on SportsMemo Today.
So ISO'd in for the $2 play for you. As I mentioned, you can throw an extra $3 and you'll get Nick Borman's Wednesday action soccer top-rated play. Rocky Atkinson also has an NBA play rocking a 5-star. We're going to talk to him in just a moment. But first, I want to mention this other terrific deal that we have going on. Obviously, you know, the $2, the $5, they're great. But if you're looking for more of a long-term commitment with one of your favorite cappers, how about a Super Bowl to Super Bowl all access, less than $100 a month that this is coming out to, and you get all sports, all plays, any of these top-rated plays. They're telling you, you know, we're hitting them at 100% clip. It's some of these, this college basketball total. Well, you can get that. You can get Dionne D'Amico's NBA, her NFL, anything that your favorite handicapper releases from now until Super Bowl 58. Let me remind you, this is Super Bowl 57 that's coming up on the 12th of February. So you can lock in your favorite capper. It's $11.99, and you say, "Oh my goodness, you know that's a pretty hefty price to lay." Well, the limited time super discount, that's going to give you 52 weeks of action. $23 per week. That's less than a 4% play that you would be playing for daily, and that's about $3.29 per day. $3.29 per day. So maybe the lump sum looks a little bit too daunting, but as an added bonus, the second that you purchase all access from your favorite handicapper at Wager Talk or SportsMemo.com, you get the access started immediately. So you basically get free days because your all access doesn't start until the Super Bowl kicks off. But you sign up now, you're going to be getting it running immediately through February 11th of 2024. Sometimes I don't know what they're thinking at the head offices with some of these deals that they work out there. But I would say run, don't walk. Get those extra days. Lock in your favorite handicapper now through next year's Super Bowl. And with that out of the way, let's welcome in one of my favorite guys to shut down a Tuesday edition here, Rocky Atkinson, joining the show. You can find him sm.buzz/RA. And Rock, before we get into him, tell him about the play that you have rocking tonight. A monster is what it says on the site, and I know you're pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, Dan, I'm excited about it. Top 5% NBA monster going tonight, and many people know my monster plays are one of the most sought after plays in the handicapping industry. I'm on a 6-1 run since Saturday with all picks and all sports, and I'm on a long-term 107 and 59.3% run in the NBA. So looking forward to another winner here tonight.
As am I, my friend. And I know the folks are always looking forward to when they see Rocky Atkinson's name at the bottom of the scroll. We love having you on these shows, man. You do a terrific job. So let's get right into it. We talked some 7 o'clock, some 8 o'clocks. It's all nightcap with my man Rocky Atkinson. Let's take a look at this Air Force being a sizable home dog as they're taking on Boise State. What are you thinking in this one? Is it a favorite laying the chalk on the road, or maybe the Falcons barking a little bit? How are you betting it?
Yeah, I'm leaning to the home dog here in this one. We have Boise State coming in 17-5 straight up overall this year. Air Force comes in 12-10 straight up overall in the season. Air Force is 9-5 straight up at home this year, where they allow only 64.3 points per game, and they're allowing only 66 points per game overall this season. This is a team that defends the three-point shot well. They rank 13th in the nation in that category, allowing only 28.5% of three-pointers made this season. Jake Heidbreder leads his team in scoring. He's averaging 14 points per game. I think he's going to have a solid game here tonight. A couple of trends here for this game. Air Force 12-4 against the spread last 16 games overall. They're 9-2 against spread last 11 games after an ATS win. And this Air Force team, they don't turn the ball over a lot. They rank 38th in the nation in assist to turnover ratio. So I think they're going to do just enough to keep this one close in somewhat of a low scoring game. I'm going to recommend playing Air Force plus the points at home tonight.
Man, it doesn't take much to talk me into a home dog, especially when you have a great cap like that from a man, Rocky Atkinson. Let's talk one more before we get into what's up over at your page. We mentioned the $2 Tuesday play, but also it's heading towards Super Bowl. NFL has been pretty kind to my man, Rocky Atkinson, as well. But let's look at this Iowa Hawkeyes and Northwestern game, as the Hawkeyes are now up to 7-point favorites as they're hosting Northwestern, and the over has seen a little bit of love in this one too, up about 1.5, 2 points even, 150 we're seeing in some spots. So what do you think? Hawkeyes taking on Northwestern, Iowa taking care of business on the home floor. We talked a dog to start off. Are we eating the chalk in game two? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to stay with the home team here as a favorite this time, though, with Iowa. Like you said, it's moved to -7. I think it's moving the right direction, actually. Northwestern 15-5 straight up overall this year. They're having a great season. Iowa comes in with a 13-8 straight up overall record on the season. Iowa 10-2 straight up and against the spread at home this year. Over the last 3 years, they're 31-15 against the spread when playing at home. Iowa's putting up huge numbers, averaging 89.9 points per game at home this season. Chris Murray leads Iowa in scoring, 20.8 points per game. He also leads them in rebounding, 8.6 rebounds per game this year. Northwestern, very good defensive team. They're going on the road here against this Hawkeye team that puts up huge numbers at home. I don't think they're going to be able to stop them. A few trends here for this one. Northwestern's 18-39-3 against the spread last 60 games after an ATS win. Iowa 6-1 against spread last 7 games overall. 10-4 against spread last 14 games after scoring 90 points or more. And Iowa's 5-0 against spread last 5 games against a team with a winning percentage higher than 600. So they step it up against the good opponents here. Iowa 4-0 straight up and against the spread overall versus Northwestern the last 3 years, including 2-0 straight up and against spread at home. The last 3 meetings between these two, Iowa's won by 44 points, 21 points, and 23 points. The favorite 5-0 against the spread the last 5 meetings in this series. I'm going to recommend playing Iowa minus the points in this one.
He's Rocky Atkinson. So we got a home dog, we got a home favorite. So whatever your flavor, Rocky Atkinson has you hooked up there. You can grab his $2 5% NBA play going today, and Rock's been seeing it well, not only on the hardwood. How about the all sports run since Saturday? A 6-1 run. Rocky's been cashing tickets for his clients. Hop over, grab that all access now. And if we're talking about the hardwood, how about this 105-72? So we're right below 60% that you've been seeing it on the hardwood. So I know you're probably pretty excited for this play going tonight. What else will people find over at your page at SportsMemo, Rock?
Yeah, as far as tonight, I only have the $2 play up in the NBA tonight. 5% big play. Definitely want to grab that. And as far as the Super Bowl goes, I'm still looking at that. I don't think I'll have a side or a total, but I do like a few props that I might load into the system. And looking forward to some college basketball tomorrow as every Wednesday we seem to have a big card. So looking forward to that, and hockey as well. And like you said, on a good run, 6-1 since Saturday, and looking for more here tonight.
Love it. That's Rocky Atkinson. And yeah, he's mentioned those NFL prop plays. They will be coming fast and furious. So great time to grab that Super Bowl to Super Bowl all access, because you'll be getting these 5-star plays plus the props that are loaded. And I'll give you a free one right here. Lock of the century, tails, even money, and the coin toss. There you go. There's your NFL prop for the day. That's going to do it for us. If you like the show and you enjoy the show, just hop below in the comments. Let us know what you're betting on. You agree, you disagree. What kind of props are you eyeing for the Super Bowl? And of course, we always ask you, hit that little bell so you never miss any of the great shows here at Sports Memo TV or Wager Talk TV. Huge thanks to Dionne. Huge thanks to Rocky, and also Eric, doing a terrific job as always behind the scenes. I'm Dan Alexander, and we'll be right back here on Thursday when I'm joined by Matt Josephs and Ross Benjamin, only on Sports Memo Today.